Hello friends, this is Raj Sastry from Raj Option Trading. Today is December 24th, 2023. Hope you're all doing well. In today's segment, we'll take a look at Finviz Elite and see if it's worth your money. So with that, let's jump in and get started. Look, Finviz is a great platform. You could start with a free version of the Finviz, which is very good. And if you are really interested, you could sign up for a premium version of Finviz, which is called Finviz Elite. As you can see here, I'm in Finviz Elite, which is the subscription version. It costs around $300 per year. It's not too much, but it's well worth it. Many of you might have a brokerage account. Maybe it's the TD Ameritrade or Charles Schwab. Now both of them merged. You want to do little more research and you want to scan and then you want to execute the trades in your brokerage platform. For such reasons, Finviz is a great choice, mainly because of the simplicity and speed and the simple UI. That's why it's one of my favorite choice. As many of you know, I do a lot of options trading, but many times the ideas will come from Finviz and then I execute them using the brokerage platform. In my case, it's either Charles Schwab or Thinkorswim, one of those two platforms. I basically pull the plug, and I also get ideas for the long-term investing using Finviz. We'll jump in and look at the Finviz platform in little more detail and go from there. Look, as you go into Finviz platform, you get a nice view. Look, we got a view here. It gives you Dow Jones Industrial Average. How is it doing today? And then you got your Nasdaq. How is it doing today? It's a one-day view. And then you got S&P 500. How is it doing today? And you could also see some of these breadth indicators. Look, on Friday we have most of the stocks advancing and we got a lot of new highs, as you can see here, and we got a lot of stocks above 50-day moving average and also about 200-day moving average. All nice good signals here. But on the contrary here, look, we got most of the bears, 56% bears and 44% bull. That tells you, hey, you know what, there is some undercurrent going on here. It's not as smooth sailing as we say. So that's a very good view of the market. I always come back to this. It tells me what's going on. Look, we started strong and look towards 2 p.m. or so, it came tumbling down. Toward the end, we kind of managed to go slightly higher, but overall, Dow Jones closed 18.38% lower, whereas Nasdaq and S&P 500 managed to go higher. All right, so now, one of the important thing is, Finviz introduced some new upgrades. Look, we got a theme here. You could go into the dark mode or the white mode based on what you like. I typically like dark mode because it's typically a little bit better on your eyes and you can see things more clearly. And you could do alerts if you want to set some alerts. I don't use it too much, but you could set some alert based on tickers and ratings and so on and so forth, and you could do this very well. And going back here, we got one of the important thing is profile setting here. You could go here, go to the settings here, and you could look at how you want your home screen to look like. Look, we got a few things here. The layout, I have here double signal table. I will talk about this in a little bit later. I got minimum price 20. Many times if you don't set the minimum price, Finviz will give you all this $1 stock, $2 stock, and so on and so forth. You don't want to see those things. If you are into a little bit stabler stocks, I say set the minimum price to either 20 or if you look at the choice here, you got various choices. You could say 20 or 15. You get some stable stocks here. Minimum average volume, I set it to 500,000. I like to see liquid stocks. That's why auto refresh is on. With Finviz Elite, you get the auto refresh, you get the real-time price. That's one of the benefit here. Then you can customize your color choices in the chart, which I always do. This is not available for free members. It's for the premium members. And then you got your screener here. You can set number of rows per table. I set mine at 50. You could do 100, but the free version has got the 20 default. All right, then we got your custom rows, 60 big, 120 small. You could see a lot of rows in your charts. And then you got snapshot rows, advanced settings. We'll talk through this as we go forward. And one of my important favorite thing is the chart timeline. Look, I'm typically a longer term trader and mainly think about like a swing trader or even long term trader. I also might do some option selling, especially put options or put credit spreads. That's why I like to see my stock charts with a monthly interval here, and that's very good. So that way you look at the horizon a little broader versus taking some action based on the daily movement of the stock. So with that, let's go back here. That's about the profile setting here. This is a very good setting to have, so that way you can manage your first screen or a home screen. Then there are a few things here. You could get your newsletter and such, and screener preset here. You get all the various screeners preset. Think of this as your various scans that you can add your filters. So what I typically do is I got a couple of custom layouts here. I got an ETF layout. I call it ETF view. I got a stock layout when it comes to most active stocks. That's my second layout here. And I got a layout for fundamental view here. So I got three views in general, and then I got various filters. As you can see here, these are all my filters. I have filters for various things, as you can see here. So you can create your own filters. If you're a free version, you get the minimum filters, but if you're a premium elite member, you get up to 200 filters, which is great. And with that, we'll go in here and go into the home screen back here. So this is your home screen. Like we talked about, you get a very good idea here. Look, we get a nice table here with all the top gainers, new high, new low, overbought, and so on and so forth here. Look, as you scan through this here, we got NTES, NetEase. Look, it's down big time here. And then we got here Nike down big time. So I would these stocks will pique my interest here. I would be doing little more research to really see if I can pull some plug and buy them slowly, or sell some put options or credit spreads on those. And then most important here, I typically pay most attention to these top losers here. Look, we got here top losers. We got few of them here, and you could take a look at these here. And then you got here most active. I love Tesla. I typically trade Tesla a lot. Also do option strategies on Tesla. It's one of my favorite stock. And then you got a few more here. Look, Paychex is a great one here. Looks like there's a downgrade. This is a steady Eddie type stock here. You could buy this all day long and keep it for longer term. All right, that's about home screen here. Then I love Finviz for their news here. It's a very good news collection here. You could see what's going on here. It's a very good news aggregation here. Finviz is really marvels in this view here. I could just go into this screen, see what interests me, and go into a little more detail and click on it, and it will give you more idea. And then you got your screener, which is very important. I love the screener here. Typically, like we talked about here, I have various filters. Look, I got a filter here or a screen layout called ETF view. Generally, in the beginning of the day, I go into my ETF view, and then I go into, look, the moment I click on ETF view, look, I got few columns that I wanted in the ETF view that automatically get selected. And then I could go into my ETF most active. This is where I start my day. Look, I could click on the custom tab here. Look, these are the things I want to see. It's already sorted by volume, as you can see here, the highest volume on the top, and so on and so forth here. And I got my important columns here. Look, I got RSI, RSI is very important for me. It's a relative strength index in past 14-day time frame. And then you got various other things here. We got ATR, which is average true range. We got beta here, volatility, and so on and so forth. Typically, when I want to buy the stock or you want to sell put option or put credit spread, I look at RSI very closely. And typically when the RSI is lower, as you scan through here, look, we got FXI. China is falling down, as you can see here. So because China is down right now, I might sell some FXI put options below the current price. I might go even longer term, say 3 months time frame, sell some put options on FXI and make some money. I might even buy some FXI. As I hover through this here, look, it gives a nice chart. I made sure my chart is monthly. You can only get this monthly hover charts or weekly hover charts if you have a Finviz Elite membership. Look, the stock is the ETF is coming down pretty drastically down here. So I would be interested in ETF like this one here. I could do a little more research here and click on FXI here. Look, nice chart here. Here I got weekly view by default. This is my profile setting. Look, it's been doing nothing since look, we got all the way. Let's go back to a monthly view. Look what's going on in the monthly view here. It went up, came down tumbling, went up, came down, went up, came all the way down here. At these levels you could see some nice level here. So at these levels I'm pretty comfortable to slowly nibble some, and I would be also selling some put options way below and make some money that way. And you could see some nice data point here. Look, looks like there's an upgrade way back in 2022. It won't be relevant right now. So you get a good idea here. RSI being 36 here, you could really start making a position on FXI here if you're interested. That's how you could you could play the market by looking at the stocks or ETFs that are sold off but have got some long-term potential. All right, so this is where I start my day here. I pay close attention to RSI levels here. Look, we got as you scan through here, we got one more MCHI. Again, it's the China. You could take a look at this one too. Good one to nibble slowly instead of buying some single stock and having a single stock risk. And then you got your XLP. XLP, look, it's a 55 RSI. As you can see here, some of these consumer staples have come down slightly. Look at the chart. It's solid chart here. It's generally trending up. You could buy some XLP here. Given it's look, there are two bright green candles here that tells you FXI wants to make its way higher. You could buy some XLP here or sell some put options underneath and make some money here. Nice average volume, 13 million, and nice volume on Friday. So this is how we could slowly understand what's down, and then you buy it, or you could sell some put options or put credit spread and make some money. Look, we got one more here. UUP dollar. I would not go here too much. Volatility is typically low, as you can see here. But this is how I start my day with Finviz, by looking at these ETFs. Then what I would do is really I would basically go into my stock view here. This will change my custom view. Instead of a ETF view, it will put me into the stock view here. Look, I got my stock view here. The moment I go to stock view, look at the columns and attributes highlighted here. These are different set of attributes that I need for my stock view. Now my stock view is set. Now I can go into my stock screener here. I have my most favorite, most active stock here. And I also have a beaten down. Look, I got a beaten down here. I could look at the beaten down stocks here. Look, if I go to beaten down stocks here, I get a list of beaten down stocks. I could go into custom view. I got my own custom view. This is what I use, for day-to-day trading here. It's already sorted by volume here. Look, nice volume. And my beaten down filter is pretty simple. I want to make sure market cap is about 20 billion. I do want to sell, I do want to buy some of these lower quality, lower price stocks here. And then I got here stocks only, and then I got the price over $30. Look, I made sure RSI is below 55. If you have Finviz Elite, you could set these things up here. But if you have Finviz regular version, you don't have this option here. Look, if you go here, and if you have Finviz Elite, you could set your own range here, your market cap. If you have Finviz free platform, you don't get a custom filter to set up these type of ranges here. So as an example, if you go here, say let's go into uh, some of these pattern here. Look, if you have Finviz free version, you could set these any of these up. But if you have Finviz Elite, you could go into custom, and you could choose multiple patterns here, and you could go from there. That's the beauty of Finviz Elite. You have custom filters the moment you have Finviz Elite. But if you are Finviz free version, you have just the list of choices, but you don't have say custom screener where you can pick and choose multiple things or set up some range like you have it here. All right, that's about the filters. I use it pretty extensively, and look, my filter gave me 104 total stocks out of 9,000 and odd stocks here. This is where I start my day and take some action by looking at RSI. Look, many of these have low RSI, and look, my average true volume is over 500K. These are pretty liquid stocks. All right, that's about screener here. Then we could go into charts. Look, Finviz has a nice chart pattern here. I have, I'm not too much into all the patterns, but I kind of look at some of these patterns like RSI. I look very closely, and I look at some of these trend lines or basically the lines provided by Finviz itself. It gives me some good idea. Look, Apple has got a nice support level somewhere here around 165. Apple is coming down, as you can see here. And one more of my favorite thing is, as you look through this, you could also compare Apple stock to something else. That's again one of my favorite things to do here. I will show you in a bit here how to do that. So this is where the chart will shine. In the chart, as you can see here from a time interval perspective, we got 1 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute, and so on and so forth here. Which is a good way. And if you're into multiple chart, multiple views here, you could click on layout here. You could say say multiple 1 2 3 4 5, and you could set up these type of charts here. You could look at multiple time frames. Maybe one of them is daily view here, other one could be say weekly view, third one could be monthly view. You can look at multiple time frames here, and make your trades. So that's about the charts. I love it. You could also set your own templates in the chart, and you can save your templates just by going here. I got some simple template here with the few moving averages, as you can see here, but you could go crazy and add more overlays. There is a rich choice of overlays, as you can see here. You could choose any of these things here, including Ichimoku Cloud and Super Trend, Volume Profile, so on and so forth here. I keep it simple. After you see the chart for a while, you kind of know the chart pattern pretty well. Just by looking at the chart and the RSI levels and moving average, you can make a lot of decisions. That's why it's good to keep the chart simple. All right, that's about the chart. We'll go back to this single chart view here, and I'll take you back to next screen, next view here. So we were in the chart before. Let's go back. All right, so we were in the charts. Then you could go into other areas. You could go into maps. This is one of my favorite ways to start my day here. You get a nice S&P 500 a daily view here. Typically I look at the daily view. Look, Synopsys dropped big time. They're trying to buy another company. That's why it dropped big time here. I might be interested in these type of scenarios here. I'm not interested when the stock is overbought. Instead, I look at these candidates like Synopsys here. I might look at Disney fell down big time, Nike fell down big time. I will be looking at these type of names here, and I would be going into say weekly view here. It's one of my favorite. Look, Palo Alto Network, it also came down. I'll be looking at these type of names here. I want the stocks to fall down drastically like these ones, and I want them to show some trending up. That's when I jump in. You should not catch the falling knife. Instead, look for some improvements. Look, UNH, my one of my favorite stock here. It's been coming down off late. I'm also buying some of UNH, selling some put credit spread on this one also. And Nike again, same story. And you could go into a 1 month view. 1 month and 3 month views are my favorite. Look, Oracle, I buy this stock at these levels here. It's a great one. Look at the small chart it gives you. It tells you Oracle is has come down after the earnings, but look at the chart, the small eye chart here is trying to slowly go higher. So by such names here, it gives a good idea here. By looking at just this table here, Oracle is a good one at these levels. And then as you can see here, Synopsys, wait for a day, then you can buy. And look, VeriSign is a good one here. So you get a good bird's eye view. And I love Lily. It's a great stock here. I would be looking at some of these names where it's the red or bright red. And you could also look at 3 month view. This is one of my favorite view here. Look, Oracle, Berkshire Hathaway, great one. You could buy some Berkshire Hathaway at these levels here, or you could also sell some put credit spread or put its put option itself. Look, energy is coming down here. You could look at those names slowly, and look, one of the utilities are down, especially NEE is my favorite. I also look at Duke, and even some of the other ones here. Look, we got one more here. You could look at some of those names here and go from there. And if you're big into dividend stocks, EXE is a good one. You could also buy and go from there. All right, that's about the maps. It's good to know. And you could look at world map also. Look, we got world map here. Look, China not doing great. We got Baba down, Toyota down in Japan. You get a good idea, of stock market around the corner. All right, so that's about the maps here. Then groups. Groups is my important. I always look at the groups here. Look, just by looking at this here, on Friday here, consumer cyclical is down big time, because most folks are going after areas like healthcare, consumer defensive. This is where the money is going into, and money is coming out of communication technology and consumer cyclical. And I love going all the way down to a yearly view here. We got a 1 year view, as you can see here. Look, utilities are down 9%, consumer defensive is down, healthcare is down. So what I typically do is I basically buy these areas where it's down in these these sectors here. That's where I start either buying some of the good stocks in the sector, or sell some put credit spread or put option and make some money. If they come still lower, I would pull the plug and buy the stock. That's how you would invest here. You would not buy in a area like communication services. Think about Meta at these levels here. Instead, you look at the stocks that are fallen down. A big mantra in stock investing, as many of buy low when the stock is on sale. Look for a good company or a good ETF and buy low, and don't buy high. Sometimes you might get lucky when you buy high, but more often than not, a stock will come down because it's already high. So instead, these are the areas. Look, we got a nice area here, between energy, consumer cyclical, healthcare, consumer defensive. These stocks are down right now on a sale. This is where you could buy the stock itself or ETF, or even sell put option or put credit spread. That's how you make the money in this market, not by chasing the market and buying these areas which are already super hot. All right. Next is if you want to drill down on one of these, you could do it. So you get a good idea here. For example, if I go back here, right now, look, utilities are down. You want to know what utility stock to buy. Finviz makes your job easy. You could just click on the utilities here. Look, you got a set of stocks here. I can go into my custom tab here. Look, I got list of stocks. I can sort it by volume here. And now look, we got PCG on the top here, which is PG and utilities. Look, these are the names, and you could look at some of these. It pays some dividend, not too much, and look, earnings per share, good one here. Look at the performance here. Performance per week down, month down. Look at the RSI somewhere here. Look, RSI is 53. And it's not it's not over so bought at this time, but it's okay. Just by looking at the chart, look at the chart here. It's a monthly chart, goes all the way from 2019 all the way to 2023. 2019 is when we had a lot of issues in California around the wildfire and so on and so forth here. That's why stock came down. Now it's making its way higher. You could buy such names here. It's slowly making its way higher. Utilities are down big time here, and nice market cap, $37 billion. Next era energy, my favorite here. Look, after dropping down big time, look at the chart. It's a monthly chart. It's trying to make its way higher. I would go into such stocks here and go from there. Look, it's a $59 stock, and you could even sell some put option underneath and make some money that way. And this is how you look at beaten down sector and click on that sector and look at the stocks in that sector and go from there. I also look at this chart. I love this chart pattern in Finviz. I made sure I look at monthly chart most of the time because I'm a little bit longer term investor and swing trader and option seller, especially put options and put credit spread. Just by looking at this here, I could go in here and sort it by volume, so I get highest volume on top. Now you go into chart view here. Look, PCG right now you could slowly buy. It's making its way higher, as you can see here, after the multi-year low. Next year, same story. And ADN, I would not go in here because it's still in a downward pattern here. I would wait slightly for it to consolidate. Again, it's the 0.2. It's a very low price stock. I would even change my price here to about, say, about 15 or 20 here. So I get some of the very low price stocks out of my way. Look, EXE is a good one if you want to really, if you're into these high dividend stocks. It's a good one here. You could buy EXE here into this downturn here. And if you go into a daily view or a weekly view, it can give you a picture whether it's look, EX is still coming down here. I would at least want to wait for a green weekly candle before I put money into EXE. Where Dominion Energy, look, it's going up now. It's a great stock here. At these levels, I'm interested to slowly make some position here. This is how you look at the stocks. Typically look at a monthly chart or a weekly chart and then pull the plug. Just by looking at the monthly chart, I'm a buyer here. Next era, I'm a buyer here. I would not buy here yet because I don't see a green candle here. I'm a buyer in PPL. This is a good one here. And FE is okay. It's slightly showing some progress here. This is how we pull the plug here and go from there. All right, now let's go into portfolio here. I don't do portfolio too much here, but you could have your own portfolio here and track them and look at the gain and so on and so forth here. All right, then you got insider. If you want to look at insider buying and selling, it kind of tells you what's going on here. Look, we got sale, insider selling. All the sales are in red, as you can see here, and buys are in green. So you might look at the stocks where insiders selling. Could be a good way to short them if you want to, if it's at a high price, and so on and so forth here. And then you got futures. I look at this carefully. Mainly I look at the indices here. It gives me a good idea how are the indices doing. Right now I'm in a monthly chart here. Look, SPY Dow Jones Industrial is almost all-time high. Same story with SPY. Same story with Nasdaq here. But on the other hand, look, we got VIX is down big time here. It went up slightly, but still down big time here. Gives me a good idea. You could look at this indices. Even after hours, it will tell you how the market is trending. Then the folks who do forex, yeah, it's got a good forex type view here. You could look at how the forex is doing, and we could. I know some folks will look at this for forex, look at performance here, and you could look at the charts, and you could do forex also using this one here. And many folks will do futures on the currencies here. You could go into some of these futures here, metals, grain, currencies. Look, we got a nice view about the currencies here. You could take a look at this one also here. Forex is other one. You could look at the forex here, and many folks will look at this relative performance here, and put the bet on, say, JPY is down right now. You might want to put some bet there. So people look at this one also, and you could look at crypto here. Look, there's a nice crypto chart here, and then you got a back test. Finviz Elite gives you a back test. I'm doing a lot of back tests as you can see here. You could look at 24 months of data here. Look, let's see. I got one of these back tests here. It's it's just a Nvidia. I just wanted to see how Nvidia is doing with some initial money here. And look, there's a nice chart here, and it's done very well here. You could do some back testing here with the 24-year worth of data and go from there. Those are the benefits here. So what I will do now is I will take you into my favorite way of buying stocks. Look, as I go into my screener here, I go into my most beaten down screener here. This is where I pay most attention to. And let's do one thing. Let's create a quick filter to see which stocks we can buy right now, or which stocks on which you can sell some put option. So what I would do is I will go into all, and let's build a screener here. I want market cap. If you have a elite version, you could go into custom, and you could say I want market cap about 20 billion. So I don't go into some illiquid and not so stable names here. And you could go into price here, and look, we got price somewhere right here. I want the price to be above 30 for this scanner here. I want the stable ones. I want the average volume to be over 500K. I would even go higher. I would go over 1 million here. So that way I get stable names with a nice liquidity. Once you have these, next one is the RSI. I want to make sure the stock is oversold. I want to make sure RSI is below 55. Look, as I keep on adding more criteria here, now my number of stocks is down to 21, as you can see here, which is not too bad here. Let's do one thing. I think price, I made it under. I want it over 30. Let's go down here and say over 30. Look, I got here 88 stocks right now, and what I could do now is I could go into look at my ATR here. I got an average true range. Let's see here, ATR. Average true range right here. I will say average true range over 50 cents. I want stocks that are a little more moving, and go from there. And next one is I would look at my chart pattern here. I want to at least see a horizontal, let's go here and go into my custom scanner here. I want stocks which are showing some trend line support, so that way at least some upward momentum is there. I'm okay with the, say, let's look at the positive ones here. Wedge up is a positive one. Triangle ascending is a good one here. It's going higher. Wedge channel up is a good one, and double top is not good. Multiple top is not good. Let's look at uh, horizontal, support resistance is strong. Trend lines resistance is strong. I would look at TL support strong here, wedge up strong, again positive. Triangle ascending is a good one here. And look, triangle descending, I would go keep going down here. Wedge strong, channel up, I would go here. Channel multiple bottom is a good one here. Head and shoulders, inverse is also a good one here. I would look at these positive chart patterns here. If it satisfies these chart patterns, any of these chart patterns, I want to look at those names here. All right, let's look. We got 84 right now. And one more important thing I would do is I'm interested in the beaten down names here. For this screener, let's go in here and say price below 200-day SMA. These stocks have fallen down below 200-day SMA. They are out of the favor of Wall Street at this time. At the same time, I want to make sure on a on a performance on a 1 week basis it's up, so that way we know these are not falling knife. So these have gone up in last week, that's why these are down below 200-day moving average, but they're up in last 1 week. So that's one of the reason to really look at these names, because you're not catching the falling knife. And many of you might want to look at some of these here margin. So let's look at operating margin. I want to make sure operating margin is at least about 10%. So that way, I'm not looking at some of these not so great names here. Look, we got our scanner here. We got 21 names, which is good. And you could go into, my favorite is really either the custom view here. You could look at the custom view and you could sort by volume. So you get very active high volume stocks on the top here. And once you have this view here, you could go into a chart mode here. And look, this is my favorite here. Look, we got a nice monthly chart here. By looking at this, I make some trading decisions and go from there. Look, Alibaba down big time, all the way down. Look, there are two positive candles here at these levels here. Finviz also drew a line here at 70. If you are a options trader, you could sell some put options at 70 or even slightly below and make some money. If you're a stock trader, you could buy the stock around 70 or so, or even a little higher than 70, or even at the current price when it's on a down day, because you got a nice support line here. And then you got Exxon Mobil, same story. Look, we got a nice support level somewhere here. As you can see here, it's trying to bounce off of the support. You could sell some put options way below here and make some money, or you could buy Exxon Mobil on down days. One more of my favorite name is Cisco. Look, Cisco is a great stock, but look, after the earning, look, it came down, but now it's trying to go higher slowly. You could buy these names here. Important thing is, look, you're not catching the falling knife here. So this is how I look at it. Look, Procter Gamble, same story. Long term, nice uptrend here, but short term came down. It's going higher. And BP energy play here. Look, it's also trying to consolidate. Nice support level. And you get a very good idea. I love this view here because you get bird's eye view. By looking at this, you can pull some plug here and buy some. So I would also take you to Thinkorswim platform here, so that way you know how to use this data to do some options trading. Look, we got Alibaba here. Look, I could take you to Thinkorswim here, and let's bring up Alibaba here. All right, Alibaba. Look, right now Alibaba is down big time. You could go into April or March just by looking at Alibaba here. Let's collapse here. Look, volatility perspective, we got 38% volatility in 29th of December, 5 days out. I would not sell put options here. I would go a little bit out here, 26. I would even go higher. I would go somewhere between say 50 and even 145. That's my sweet spot here, depending on your interest levels here. Look, if you go to 54 days out, look, it's a 39% volatility here, $9 up or down. You could go to 82 days out here, look, 41%. Volatility is high here. You could sell in March, or you could even go to April. I chose May here. You could go to May here. Look, I'm selling at 60 here, collecting around $1.51 $1.36, which is $136. You can just click here and look, I'm selling this put option on Alibaba, and expiration date 17 May 24, 145 days out here, and collecting $121 here. And look, mid price is 136. You could change this to 136, so you can collect $136 here. So this is how you make some money on these stocks which are down big time, but showing some momentum, because it's trying to go higher. And if you're not interested in the Chinese names here, you could ignore Chinese names. You could go into other companies like like ExxonMobil. Same thought process here. You could buy ExxonMobil, or you could sell some put option underneath. Look, Cisco is a bellwether, as many of you know, networking kingpin. You could do same thing here. It's a low price stock. You could go down here and say Cisco. And look, I already sold some here. Look, I even went out to June here. I'm selling at 50 strike price in June and collecting some money. Nice, $2.85 here. You could do something similar, but if you don't want to take so much risk here, you could even go slightly down here, 47.5 or even 45. You get good $118 here, which is a good one here. This is how I kind of use my Thinkorswim platform here to do some options trading. Look, we got few more names here. We got Procter & Gamble, same story. BP, trying to go outweight slightly for BP here, but J&J is a great one here, trying to go higher. PepsiCo is a good one. Look, it's trying to go higher. Let's go in here to a monthly chart here, get a better idea. Look, we got PepsiCo here. Where is Pepsi? Right here. Look, long term, nice uptrend here. It's in the support level, trying to go higher. So this is how you make money buying and selling stocks. Don't buy and sell when it's high, but instead wait for good names, below 200-day moving average, but making its way higher. And for some folks here, you might want to look at maybe not 200-day moving average. You might want to look at say price below. Let's see, we got various levels here. This is all 200-day moving average. Let's do one thing. Let's remove this here. You could even go to 50-day moving average. You can say price below 50-day SMA, and look, you got same criteria here. Price has to be below 50-day SMA here, but in last week it has to be up. So this is how you can trade these names here and make some good money instead of chasing the red hot stocks like Nvidia. So this is the best way to make some money, and also it's a good conservative way because you're going after good companies with nice liquidity and either buying those names or selling put options or put credit spreads. So with that, thank you very much. Happy investing and trading. Please subscribe.